Right, while most investors have been obsessing over gold, they might be missing the real story of 2024 and 2025. Silver has absolutely exploded, nearly doubling from around about £24 an ounce to a high of about 62. But as I speak now, at the moment it's standing around at about 55. But that's still quite a lot. But here's the thing, experts reckon we're only just getting started. Today I'm going to give you 3 reasons why silver could skyrocket even further in 2026. And the third reason, almost nobody's talking about it yet, but it could be the catalyst that changes everything. This isn't just about inflation protection anymore. This is about unprecedented demand, shrinking supply, and the whole new wave of investors piling in. Let's dive in. Right, first up, the tidal wave of retail buyers that fundamentally changing the silver market. For years, silver was known as the poor man's gold, undervalued, overlooked and ignored by mainstream investors. But in 2024 and 25, the public finally woke up, and that momentum is building into something we haven't seen in decades. Think about it. Inflation is eating away at everybody's saving. The pound's losing purchasing power. Stock markets are volatile. Crypto's a roller coaster. People are looking at tangible assets that preserve wealth, and they're discovering silver. But it's more than that. Silver is being positioned as the next big opportunity for people who feel they missed out on the gold or Bitcoin. And the data backs this up. Surveys show massive numbers of retail investors expect silver to trade above £80 to £100 in the next 2026. We're seeing record of physical demands for silver bullion, Britannias, maple bars, I've mentioned them loads of times, with reports of shortages in major bullion markets like London. Every time the price pulls back, buyers see it as a discount. That creates a price flood and fuels the next leg. This isn't a few silver stackers on forums anymore. This has become a global movement. The rise of silver ETFs has made it easy for anyone to get exposure, and inflows funds have been smashing forecasts. Retail demand is no longer a side story. It has become a core driver for this bull market, and that's buying pressure. It's not going away. Reason number 2, institutional investors, the big money, are finally paying attention to silver. For the last decade, Wall Street treated silver like gold's forgotten little brother. But the game has changed. The most telling sign, the gold to silver ratio. The ratio tells you how many ounces of silver it takes to buy 1 ounce of gold. Historically, the ratio was about 15 to 1 to 16 to 1, but in more recent years it's peaked at over 100 to 1. That was a glaring sign that silver is massively undervalued. Now, institutions are seeing the comparative, and they're rotating money out of overvalued assets and into silver to capture the upside. The ratio has already started compressing. It's down to around 70 to 1 now, but some analysts reckon this could fall as low as 50 to 1 or even 40 to 1. If that happens, silver prices could absolutely explode. But here's why institutions are really piling in silver. Unlike gold, over half of all silver demands come from industry. It's irreplaceable in solar panels, electrical vehicles, 5G electrics and AI-driven data centres. These industries can't function without it. The UK government and the US government have both added silver to their official list of critical materials. That's a clear signal of its strategic importance. On top of that, hedge funds and pension funds are chasing performance. The massive returns in 2024 and 25 put silver on the radar for every momentum-driven fund on the planet. Banks like the Bank of America and Goldman Sachs are raising their silver price targets, forecasting the range of about £45 to £50 per ounce in 2026. Meanwhile, more bullish analysts are calling for an £80 to even £160. When institutional capital starts chasing any asset, they're already in a physical supply deficit. The price moves can be explosive. They really recognise that what experts have been saying for years, silver is essentially gold on steroids. And this brings us to reason number 3. The one that truly sets the stage for the massive silver price explosion in 26. While everyone focuses on investment demand, they're missing the severity of the supply crisis happening behind the scenes. For 6 consecutive years, the world has used more silver. We've been plugging the gap by drawing down on above ground inventories held in vaults. But those stockpiles are now dwindling fast. The silver supply deficit from 2020 through to 25 is estimated at around 800 million ounces. That's more than the entire annual mining production of the whole world, and this is getting worse. Starting January 26, China is implementing strict new export restrictions on silver. Given that China is a massive force in the refined silver market, this move is designed to secure silver for its own domestic industries. The new framework requires government licenses for silver exports, with only a handful of state-approved companies getting the green light. This effectively weaponizes the silver supply in a way we've never seen before. Here's where silver dual role as both an industrial metal and a monetary metal creates a perfect storm. Industry demand is what economists call inelastic. Companies like Tesla, Apple and the world's largest solar panel manufacturers need silver to build their products. They have no viable substitute. As the physical silver supply tightens from the ongoing deficit and China's new export role, these bullion-pound corporations will be forced to compete for the same limited pool of physical silver against the wave of investors we just talked about. This creates historic squeeze. When the industrial giants and investment funds are all fighting over rapidly shrinking silver inventories, price is the only thing that can adjust. The era of cheap, available silver is over. We're entering a new era where physical scarcity will be the ultimate driver for silver value. So let's connect the dot. We've got 3 powerful catalysts converting at once. First, a retail buying frenzy creating resilience demand for silver bullion. Second, a new wave of institutional money chasing performance and recognising silver's strategic value as a critical mineral. And third, an unprecedented silver supply deficit, creating a physical scarcity crisis. The alignments are tightening supply, relentless industrial demand and a flood of new investor capital is something we haven't seen in over a decade. This is no longer a question of if silver will be recognised as a true value, but when. And the market's telling us that 2026 could be the year it all comes to a head. Now, I want to hear from you. Where do you think the price of silver is headed in 2026? Drop your predictions in the comments below. And if you found this silver market analyst valuable, smash the like button and subscribe to FoolsAu because the story is just getting started. Remember, you never know what gold lies hidden in plain sight. Happy stacking.